Yeah.
Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go.
Yes, as you can see what they are saying at the background, the situation is tense now, and it has to be with Ikeja Electric Distribution Company. This is the kind of pressure we are facing. Everybody say Fred must go. The Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go.
Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go.
Yeah.
Fred must go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when he came in, he drove into the office, and he came out to the to the gate. Then we introduced ourselves. Said, the issue is that he has already taken a decision. What they want, those who are owned, they should go and pay. Without paying, it's not going to connect this like that. I said, well, you can't take such decision. It's only one. I mean, whatever happens, it matters you. And if you want to do, you can't take because of one individual. You put the whole community, a whole transformer. He said, doesn't matter.
We are not happy about this issue. We don't know it's behind Fred. We don't know it's behind him. He has been doing all this in Odogbo here, everywhere. It's not above the law. So we want the law to take its course, even though we are paying for the services and it's being paid with our salary. This is a registered company and we are by law. In fact, if by tomorrow we submit the letter and they did not reply with this everything, we shall not hesitate to take the case to neck.
Yes. To God with me, this Fred, we'll be hearing about this Fred for long. Amadia and Ijaye, okay, on the other side, and everyone coming about 17 communities and I've been dealing with them. So this time around,
They just bills.
I just not bills.
High-handedness.
With some of the
Rudeness.
And rudeness, if I want to say rudeness, is number one. Very, very disrespectful to all our elders, not even the landlords alone. Landlords association disrespect them. To the extent some of them refuse to go and beg him at the NEPA office, telling us that this guy is rude, that he will not even attend, he will not listen. Therefore, desperate cause, and elders have been begging. This guy bluntly refused. It's in fact more than a virus. It's more than it's in fact. If I want to be the king of darkness or what? Could it be the king of darkness or what? Please, we need government to intervene to this community. Please.
The government, they will make policies, very, very good rosary promises. But when it comes to the level of implementation, absolutely zero.
His office severally, he kept our elders outside for hours before he attended to them.
Neglected you.
Neglected, yes, everybody.
So customers are slaves.
Yeah, to him, customers are slaves. Okay. And Fred Obodo Olaniyi has been a very terrible person in the community.
It is appalling for a single man, not an entity, to hold a whole community in ransom just because they are trying to protect the community by asking you to identify yourself as a NEPA official. A man that does not have a listening ear should not be appointed as a leader. Fred doesn't have a listening ears, sir. If your customer comes to you to lay a complaint, you should take it up and correct that complaint. Fred is a total failure.
Yes, in respect of the investigation concerning the high-handedness of officials of Ikeja Electric, Abule Taylor undertaking, which is under the leadership of one Mr. Fred, we are actually on Lerato Avenue, one of the biggest streets in Ojokoro here, where some 51 LCDA chairmen marched June last year, 2019, to protest about some of the hanky-pankiness of the officials of Ikeja Electric. You will recall that just recently, before we finished this investigation, on the 27th of April, there was an accident on the street whereby one of the officials was alleged to have come in a clandestine move with an unregistered vehicle trying to rake in money from customers in the area, and because he was asked to identify himself and he refused, hiding his ID card, which suggests that he's on a clandestine operation, there was a little altercation, and we discovered that Mr. Fred decided to use that opportunity to remove the light of the community. He did what we call group disconnection, which is very, very, very wrong and not in line with the regulation of the National Electric Regulation Commission of Nigeria. Today, we are with some of the landlords on the area on Sunday, and we are doing this as part of our investigation to find out their experience in order for the normal route of justice to take its place, so that the whole world will know what is going on, especially with some of these discos, and most especially with the Ikeja Electric distribution company, and most especially with Abule Taylor undertaking, which is under Igbeda business unit. We will be talking to some of them now. They will give us their experience. We want you to watch and make your judgments.
Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for. No payment. 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 Abule Taylor no payment. No payment. Alata no payment. No payment. Meno no payment. No payment. Abule Taylor no payment. No payment. Odogbo where you no payment. No payment. Meno where you no payment. No payment. Abule where you dey no payment. No payment.
Sir, with total honor, we want to greet you this morning, and first and foremost, what's your name and what really happened on the 27th of April on your streets? And we hear that the same thing has been happening all over, but what's your experience like, sir?
My name is Tolu Adigoke. With my experience in this street, I'm just new in this street because I've been experiencing because we are having many issues about the security in this area.
Since the lockdown?
Since the lockdown. We have our boys and the 1 million boys parading everywhere, threatening us. We have been here for over 3 weeks on the street. Unfortunately, we sit down in our area here. We saw a NEPA official with a mic. He's not communicating with anybody. He's just entering inside person's house. And for me to ask for the man, where is your ID card?
Around what time was that day?
Around afternoon time.
Okay.
Because I asked the man, where is your ID card? The man cannot even tender his ID card. Even the people inside the vehicle to show their ID card, nobody tendered their ID card because I was angry with them. Say, in this lockdown, I can't be expecting someone like you NEPA people to be coming. Number one, you are not coming with your vehicle. You are not showing us your ID card. How are we going to believe that you are a NEPA official? And number two, because from the look of things, I've experienced many things about some NEPA official that they come into the street and collect, and why they are not on service, they come to the street and collect bills, collect money, which is fraudulently with their POS and their even cashless. Because number three, we have some people have experienced that they have already robbed me.
Robbed you?
Yes, with POS, because I give them my ATM card. I don't have any issue. Because I don't have any issue with anybody, because I just saw them in one corner and they told me to give them my ATM, and I don't have anything.
That was a robbery. That's in between the lockdown.
Yes, being between the lockdown, but that is why I now challenge.
Trusted.
Yes.
The staff.
Yeah, that's why when you come yesterday, I told you people to let me see your ID card.
Okay.
Before you can interrogate me.
Yes, and I gave you my ID card.
Give me your ID.
Yes.
That is what my own policy is. If I told you to do something for me, if you can present yourself, I don't have any issue with you. But unfortunately, this kind of friend, I don't know him before.
That's the service manager.
Yeah, even the marketing manager, I does not know him.
So when you now saw him, the vehicle was parading with on the street. Was it a registered vehicle with the company? Because normally they go with the
company.
No, it's not a registered vehicle.
No, it's not registered.
There was no Ikeja Electric.
No.
So how did you now get to the bottom of what he was doing? What was he actually doing?
We even think maybe is those people maybe sharing money or sharing food on the street.
Palliatives.
Yes, and unfortunately someone gave us a lot that they want to collect some money from people, and I tried to approach them, let me know who they want to, why are they in this community, and unfortunately I tried to ask their ID card, their maybe where are you from. They don't even want to answer me. Even the man doesn't even give me a response.
He didn't even respond.
Don't even give me a response. I even think that they want to call the policeman. I say let us go to the police station. If what I just asked you is just a crime to ask from you. Unfortunately they just come after, because after 3 days they are holding the light for 2 minutes, they will off it, 2 minutes off it for 3 days.
You are doing that consistently,
which is not happening before. And unfortunately they just come to the transformer there and told us that the GMP is having a problem, and they just came there to use they just maneuver this thing to remove our lights and run away.
Now when you now accosted him, what did you discover his name eventually? Who was he, and what really happened?
When I later eventually knows this man, but I don't know because me, I'm not around.
Okay.
I'm a busy man.
You work. You're working person.
Yes, I'm a working person. Unfortunately, when some people now tell me that he's a marketing manager, I say for a marketing manager, you carry a talking this thing, yes, and he's not even talking anything. We even stop him. What are you collecting money for? He does not even answer us. He said, did he enter our house?
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, that is it. Because
what did you discover his name to be? What was his name?
The marketing manager's name is Tony.
They call him Mr. Tony.
Yes, but the Fred, I don't know him.
We also learned that the Fred came to the street to come and have an altercation with somebody. Can you really confirm that? What really happened?
That day I was not around. I can't see about that one.
So, but from what you saw with Tony, what did you think they were doing? Was it a legitimate assignment?
But what I'm hearing about Tony, but because I can't conclude about Tony, because from words I've been hearing about him, he's not a good reputation.
He's not a good representative of the company.
Yeah.
So with what happened now, what do you want the government to do about this issue? Because they said they've locked you out of power, they've disconnected you. I mean, without even notifying you. They didn't notify you in terms of letter?
No. Because they just bring the bill, and you have the bill as a guideline to pay the bill. And now we are now on lockdown. I know many of our people does not have money to pay, because to feed their own family is not easy. But they just, because I told the man that we will pay, not that we will not pay. We are going to pay after the lockdown. But let us exercise patience. You can't just come to the streets and start collecting money from people. Like one of our people now, he paid 2 times.
He paid 2 times?
2 times.
How did that happen?
Because the person told me that he has already paid in the morning to the Penapa office, and they come in the afternoon again, which they met his wife and collect another one. And unfortunately, the wife want to collect the money back from them. They say they can't return that money back. I just think that government can do for us about the prepaid meter. I know government have been trying to tell the official to give us prepaid meter free of charge, but these people are collecting money from us, and which is not supposed to be. We are paying for the NEPA. If our light spoil, we are the one to be paying in a pool, money for wire, money for to call them to come and fix this thing for us. Yes, even transformer, they just, we are the one even buying the transformers and just to put the light for us, and it is not a problem to them.
My name is Benjamin Obede. I'm the CDA chairman of this community, Rapado CDA community. Actually, what really happened that very day, I was inside when the marketing manager called me, the marketing officer called me because he has my phone number.
What's his name?
Tony. He called me on phone, and I came out and I saw the situation and I asked what is going on. He said, some boys are trying to attack him. I said, what is the problem? He said they were coming there to market their product to tell them that they should go and pay. I said, is that what the problem? He said they are trying to drag this with him. The ID is ID card.
You were asking for his name.
They were. At the point I came in, I came into the situation. The riders was already there. Okay. So they were all arguing and all something. And I have to pacify them down. And I find out what is going on. So they told me that they were coming to market their asking people to come and pay. I said, is that what the issue? He said that some of these boys, want to prevent him from doing that. I said, no, that should not be an issue. And I called the guy. I said, what is the problem? He said that they came with the thing and they couldn't tell them what, and he was trying to, he was asking them to identify themselves with the ID card. In the process, there was just little arguments.
Okay, you were asking Tony to identify himself, and he couldn't, or he refused.
At that point, I think he refused. So maybe the guy said he saw the rope of the ID card on him, and he has to drag it out. In the process, maybe the ID card fell down, and that was the issue. That was the main core issue. So at the end of the day, I pacified them, and Tony was okay. They were agreed. Everything was resolved within 3, 4, 5 minutes.
And this thing happened during lockdown when the federal government said they should.
Yes. During this period of lockdown, and we know what it is. That's why we find everybody at home. Even the guy that was public, that was accosted in, is because the lockdown. If not, he wouldn't have been around. Like he told you that he was, he's not. He doesn't know him, but we know him as a marketing officer of this area. And like I told him, you would have informed me before you start all this thing. You would have called me or get into me and said, look, you want to move around this community for this, so that I can give you the approval and I can probably ask somebody to go with you. Because people can be aggressive. We know the situation we are today.
Because of the tension in the
country. I know with whatever the government has said. The people, the authority, what they said that they should not pay for the next 2 months.
You let people have lights because of
what we are. Yeah. We everything any information that comes to conceal it and want to act on it. Probably I don't know. Maybe that's one of the factors. So to my own, the issue was that at the end of the day, the issue was resolved without any amicably, and I pleaded with Tony, and they went away. There was not even any physical attack. There was no any destruction whatsoever. And like I told you, this was resolved within 5 minutes.
So what led to disconnection, group disconnection your light, and they put you in darkness?
That's why I'm surprised. In fact, about 15 minutes after that, I have to call Tony again. Tony, please. I'm sorry for whatever must have happened. Please don't take it as a personal issue. Just forget about it. He was telling me that he's with the president manager. The Fred himself. That they were having a meeting that they are trying to resolve the issue. That's okay. Just inform him that the issue is not an issue to be dragged on. So, and that was just all. And then after about 2, that incident happened on Monday or so. Then on Wednesday, 29. On the 29, I was just, I don't even know. Just somebody just called me because I have the key number to the transformer with me.
That's interesting.
So somebody just called me that they saw some of them that they came there to disconnect the line. I said it's not possible because the key is with me. That I didn't give anybody the key. So unknown to me that they just came with the ladder, they went to the pole and disconnect the GP.
No, without informing you.
Without informing me.
Was there a letter to that effect?
Nothing, no information.
No even phone call?
Nothing.
So that was mandated by Fred himself?
Yes, he's the head of that unit. So that was just issue. Meanwhile, the following day, we have to say, okay, no matter what it is, I went back, myself and about 2 other people went to him in the office. We waited for him. It came around 10, 11.
How many hours? You waited like 2 hours?
About 2 hours.
2 hours plus.
Yes. So when he came in, he drove into the office and he came out to the gate. Then we introduced ourselves. Said, the issue is that he has already taken a decision. What they want those who are owners, they should go and pay. Without paying, it's not going to connect this like that. I said, well, you can't take such decision. It's only one. Whatever happens, it matters you. And if you want to do, you can't take because of one individual. You put the whole community, the whole transformer. He said, it doesn't matter.
That community because of one individual.
Yes, he said it doesn't matter to him. That what they want is money. I said, what is the problem with you? Most of us are prepared. I'm unprepared. At least I know of about almost 30 people who are unprepared. He said it doesn't matter that so it's just about 20% of the community. Those on the transformer. I said, well, said until what we pay, there's nothing you can do about it.
Even you prepared meter owners too.
Disconnected. Yes, including myself.
This is continuous, same similar story everywhere.
Sure. So that is the issue. And he couldn't, and that's what he said. And now I pleaded with him. He doesn't even want to just
despise us
rudely. So That was what happened. I saw that particular day. From there, we yesterday we try to get in touch with them at the business office. So that's another factor.
Okay.
Officially, because we know what it is, because this community is prone to security risk.
Yeah.
We have to decide. I mean, as a CDA, when the ESCO met and said, "Look, let's report this issue." Officially. So we went to a police station. We met the DPO. DCO. We met the DCO. We narrated the story to him. He requested for his number. Unfortunately, we don't have Fred's number with us. But I have Tony's number. I gave the Tony number to him. He tried to get in touch with Tony. For about 3 minutes or 3 calls, Tony didn't pick the phone. So, the guy, the DCO just pacified us, said, "Look, we should go and go back. Get back to him again and see how we can resolve the issue." Following day, yesterday we went to his office. We couldn't
get. Didn't give you attention.
They said it's not around.
From the gates.
From the gates, they said it's not around. That they were not. So we let. And we have, like I said, we have a letter we wanted to give to them at the business office at Ponle. So we went there. When we got there, the security men said they are not. The office is not in place. So
the office is on holiday.
On holiday, so
because of the
lockdown.
So if Ponle is on holiday because of lockdown, why is that boy, what's his name, Tony, moving around and collecting money? Did you ask anything?
I did. That was nobody's voice. I only met the security man. So that I shouldn't be asking such question with the security guard. So
what's the decision of the community now? I think you have to communicate, because I had the news.
I have to. When I went back, we went to this back to the police station to meet the DCO and told him exactly what happened and that we were unable to see him. But at that point I have the number with him. I gave him the phone number. The DCO gave Fred number to the DCO. DCO called him and asked him what happened. The DCO listened to his because he said he doesn't want to take a decision without having his his own part of the story. So the DCO waited for him to narrate all the story. In the process, I said, he was saying that they were trying to deflate his tire. He said, the policeman said, did that one happen? Yeah, I said no, but they were trying to.
They were trying to deflate. So what was the evidence? No. Did Fred himself come? So how did they deflate?
Didn't. That's why I'm just telling you what he's told. What the man told the.
Was even lying then?
So he was lying in the process. So the DCO said no. Since they did not, that's no issue. But at the end of the day, the man pacified Tony that, look, Tony, whatever happened, this is a thing that you can resolve. Please do this. We all
fight Fred.
In fact, he pleaded on our behalf
to Fred.
But Fred insisted that he's not going to do anything on it. That they have taken that decision. That except they go and pay. They will accept they go and pay, and that's nothing which happen.
Without even writing you, which is against the Nigerian Electric Economic Regulation Commission. He didn't write you. He didn't do anything, and because of one person's, because somebody accosted the staff accident, that what are they doing in a lockdown? Then decided to derail and to destroy your.
Well, all I could hear about him is, these are the formats. That is how he operates. That whenever any little problem happens, he take it upon himself and disconnect this. Forgetting that some people have the right to protest
and to even
to report him as well. So these are the issue. So that's where we are.
So what's the community going to do? What's the decision? Are you taking of writing to
that's exactly
Nigerian Electric Commission? And what are you thinking of getting a lawyer to engage him? Because it is not only your community is doing this too. He's doing it simultaneously, and we have other information.
Well, now we want to get to the business office first, because he's working under some people. So we need to get get to their boss at Ponle to officially present our case to them. From there, we know what to do next.
I am Alhaji Babatunde Ogunbono, the former chairman of Irepo Odogbo, where you are, and the former CDC treasurer of Akwadokodo, and now an ex-official member of the CDC. I'm very conversant with the issue of IIE and Fred dealings with the community. Fortunately, this issue in my community, Irepo Odogbo, I was around the area where Tony called me that there is a problem at Larazo Street. I was shocked to hear his voice because I don't expect him to be around because we are on lockdown. So immediately I got there, I called my chairman. We saw an unmarked vehicle. So we now asked what was the issue. We were told one of our sons attacked and removed their ID card. Really, we rebuked the boy because he does not know them. So that, and we are having issue of robbers who are taking money on POS machine. That's what.
They run into your house, they attack.
Yes.
We landed there after several houses here.
Later, we did the whole thing under 3 minutes. Under 3 minutes, this was resolved, and we elders around passed them to move on to do their work, and they continue. But fortunately, my chairman called me that he learned Tony that he was pacifying Tony not to be annoyed, but instead he's with the boss. But we are surprised the third day while they were here, because I have had the experience at Abule Taylor as an official of CDC. This issue happened there. I was on ground for the issue, and the elders were there. Fred, he saw me and all that we were rebuking the youth, and they were not beating for the aggression. The third day, he removed their transformer. This issue now repeats itself here in my community. I was surprised to see this, and I had to call my CDC chairman. Now, the elders again, the following morning, went to plead with him. He said they should go and pay on all the money that they are owing. While about 20% of us, we are on the prepay meter. We have bought food, everything on our fridge, now gets spoiled. Yes. Now, I advise them, look, let us report this case officially at Kwanle, not knowing they are not. Already a letter is written to report the undertaking manager, Mr. Fred, to his boss. We are waiting for that action because the law is, the NEC has said on no event that they should disconnect a whole community. Yes. We have to take this issue to the police, either to report at the police station where he reported, and he refused to come, and even on blatant that he cannot recollect. We are not happy about this issue. We don't know it's behind Fred. We don't know it's behind him. He has been doing all this in Odogbo here, everywhere. It's not above the law. So we want the law to take its course, even though we are paying for the services and it's being paid with our salary. This is a registered company and we are by law. In fact, if by tomorrow we submit the letter and they did not reply with this everything, we shall not hesitate to take the case to NEC. Yes. So this is our issue. We are not on being on partner issue. We are at INEC to restore our light back to us. That's it.
Sir, we've heard that this is not the first time. There was a time we heard that Fred himself used police to harass community. Why does he do that? Are you criminals or do you steal anything from him?
Yes, like I told you, I was the former treasurer today. This issue, we took it up with the boss there. Because there was a time NEC when LW wrote the committee that the youth are embarrassing them. But we are pleased with them. They have not been doing so. Formerly, all these INEC people abroad are always cooperating with the CDA chairman and the community. It is when Fred came into this community that he refused to talk with the community. We don't know why it is being done. Everybody. All other places, they call on the CD and the community, and even their business manager always call the ESCO of the CDC. We all discuss about the movement, and we have been cooperating. But here at Fred does not want to have any dealing with the community. We
just want the money.
Yes, just want the money.
And the money anyhow.
This is it. We are suffering because of one person.
Doesn't care about the lockdown.
We allow the lockdown. So this is our issue, sir.
Are you aware that even in Abeokuta, one young boy from IBTC that went and did the same mistake, they broke his head?
I am ahead.
But you people didn't even break anybody's head, and he's putting you in darkness.
Yes, exactly. Right. We are now doing vigilante. Despite that, we have security men putting old people and young men on the streets.
Senior citizens.
Yes, this is our issue here. Please, use your good offices now. We say you are investigating to let the board know. By tomorrow, we shall submit the letter to Kwanle, and even within 72 hours, if our law is not repaired, we shall not hesitate to go to NEC and report them.
Before I round up with you, sir, was there any time he normally write letter? Because we learned that they always come, they give you outrageous bills before you got your prepaid. Some of you that have gotten prepaid, most of the time when they come, were there letters that he wrote to inform you that we want to disconnect, or he they just appear?
Hello, that issue is always around Agbado. Could not say they have never been issued notice of disconnection. They don't care. They just come and disconnect. Up to this moment, they are doing it, even their services.
That's Abule
Taylor, yes.
Yeah, my name is Kingsley. I'm one of the youth executives in this community. So this first issue is alarming and amazing. I never believed that Fred, as so-called, that is a young man that could be treating the whole community and very disrespectful. In this pandemic era, when the federal government have said that no bill should be paid, mostly to all these power company supplier, but Fred sent some of his boys to come and collect bill from the community. Unknowing to us that the vehicle that came was not official vehicle, was not a branded vehicle, was not a INEC or IE vehicle. So one of the youths Nana accosted them and said, what is going on? They kept quiet in the bus. And what bring that the first suspicion was the driver who came out to say, please, I'm not one of them. This car was hired. And that looks suspicious. And that was when I said, okay, if this vehicle was hired, what is going on? And they make an attempt to like, okay, they said you should let the driver go. Okay, identify yourself. None of them could be able to identify yourself.
Even Tony the marketer.
Even the Tony refused to identify himself.
Hiding his ID card.
He was hiding his ID card and he's talking his ID card in his Shina shirt. So one of them now tried to get the name so that they can take you off from there. He refused. And that was what the argument, and before they know it, they called the CDC chairman, all our executives came in to rescue and said, okay, let that one go. We know Tony as a marketer. Tony has been having a good relationship with the community. I will not like about that. But when he now went back to his office, to God with Mimi, this Fred, we've been hearing about this Fred for long. Amadia and Ijaye, okay, on the other side, and everyone committed about 17 communities and I've been dealing with them. So this time around,
they just bills.
I just got bills.
High-handedness.
With some of them.
Rudeness.
And rudeness, if I want to say rudeness, is number one. Very, very disrespectful to all our elders, not even the landlords alone. Landlords association disrespect them. To the extent some of them refuse to go and beg him at the NEPA office, telling us that this guy is rude, that he will not even attend, he will not listen. Therefore, desperate cause, and elders have been begging. This guy bluntly refused to pick up costs. When he picks, he said we should go and pay. This pandemic era, the federal government has said no bills until this virus will conquer the global issue. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But this Fred, I don't even know. People complain, and when they hear this on radio station, they say, this community will try that. This Fred, they are behind us. That's why all these people are saying that from other communities to come and assist us and say, okay, let's talk and kick against this Fred issue. We've been having a good relationship before Fred came into this area. Before Fred came into
undertaking manager.
Yes, undertaking manager. Whatever post he is, we don't care. You understand? But as a young man, we need to move this country to the next level. Why are you putting this community back in this pandemic and these hoodlums raging everywhere in the community?
And he put you in darkness.
People put us in darkness, sending his boys to come and tell us that they want to fix something. We do all believe, and they say, okay, we believe in his boys, so let come and fix the power supplies for all. We just know, just disconnect the light.
We learned that even for like 5 days they were bringing the light for 2 minutes, 1 minute, 3 minutes. How did you affect your psychology?
In fact, it has made us down. Seriously, very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. When I say annoying, this area is number one. And before it came, we're having constant power supply. I don't know what it means. It's what they want you to make. Maybe it's on target or whatever. Everybody's on target. I'm a marketer for client. I say my company. We're on target, but this area, everything have to slow down. Everything have to slow down. But he refused bluntly to listen to the community. Whatever he wants, go and pay him the money. Look, young man, people have been inside for over a month. Business not going. Workers are laying off salary. Where do you want us to get money? We are not talking about the money. We are talking about feeding. How do my child eat? How do my children eat? Young man, if you go home and your children tells you that you are hungry and you don't have money, what do? You go outside. Feel very sad. And yet you are attacking the power failure to the community, which does not go well to us. So who the hell, whatever the guy is, I don't know what he believes, but I believe my God. When you pray and lead down on my God, God will do something. But before that, we have to fight. Even if we cannot fight him directly, but social media is there for us. I know. That we can do.
What do you want the government to do on this case, especially the President Muhammadu Buhari, because he is talking about anti-corruption?
He said something again. That reminds me of that President Buhari. When we said that Buhari, the President, have said nobody should, no account to NEPA should go around and start asking for NEPA bill or whatever. He said the President doesn't feed him.
They said the President doesn't.
It doesn't feed him.
Fred said so.
Yeah, President doesn't feed him.
Buhari does not feed him.
Buhari does not feed him. I said, how dare you say you conquer what the government had even said? So what do you believe in? Who do you have as a godfather? Who do you have as godfather, for crying out loud? That you can put everybody in darkness. We have too many people that gave birth to newborn babies.
And they are in darkness.
They are in darkness.
This is what we get crazy heat.
Couple the fire with the hoodlums raiding everywhere. How many police officers do we have that will cover the whole community? How many? Police are doing their best. They are doing well. But how many do we have?
That's good.
The vigilante, all the boys are having sleepless nights. Even the adults. Because not the elders are carrying cutlasses at night. Until when police came, we had our cutlasses and everything will be settled. If not policemen are being supportive about this community, what will have done? I am telling you, the Fred issue is just like, I don't know him in person, but I've not heard good record about him.
That's interesting.
I've never good record about him. What pains me about that Fred, they say he's a young guy. How could a young guy be thinking that low, be putting your community to darkness?
You will see his picture very soon. You will see.
My brother, I can't wait to see this guy. Let me know how he looks like. Whether fine or ugly, we don't care.
We're investigating. We're investigating properly, and you get to know much about him.
Definitely. Yeah, we can't wait. We can't even wait. We can't even wait because he Fred want to keep the good relationship we're having with NEPA, Ikeja Electric. He has totally killed the morale. Amadia have been having constant. Amadia is not this now, not Amadia, but I can. That's 3. He has disconnected them, making them to have rational things. Why? What do you gain from all this darkness? What do you gain? What do you gain, Fred? What do you gain? And your boys can't even face it, talk to you because you know what to do. According to investigation, they can't face him. They've done everything possible to even when you go to what's it called, collar side. I was shocked when I heard that. I was shocked when I was shocked when I heard about him.
Maybe like a virus.
It should be invited more than a virus. It's more than it's a virus. If I want to be the king of darkness or what? Could it be the king of darkness or what? Please, we need government to intervene to this community. Please, at any time is coming. If you are good, if you are good, you are good. People will embrace you. But if you know yourself that you are not good, you are not secure, how would you be walking around with mobile policemen? How would you be walking around with mobile policemen? Because they know that you'll be attacked in every community. All the order from Abule back to Toll Gate, it will be attacked. Because of what? Your character speaks. If you are good, you'll be recommended.
Yes, you'll be applauded.
You'll be applauded. But I know.
In fact, we even learned that he uses police to harass customers, to arrest them. Not only police, security defense, civil defense too. So, are you people criminals? They say customer is king. Are you people now rogues or what?
When you complain to the so-called Fred, and when you have my brother, you do not respect the front, but you respect the weapon they are having. Because tomorrow you not say there's an accidental discharge. So you respect the rifle they are carrying, not even the humanity himself. Do you understand? So according to her, so that's what I'm saying. If you are very good young man, you don't need mobile policemen. His marketers do come here. They don't come with armed men. They don't. How could you be going with mobile policemen? Are you a commissioner or what? Are you more than are you more than the NEPA MD, the Ikeja District MD, or the head, the board? Do they move around with your escort? Why do you move around with your escort? You're not even a senior manager or what?
Just a service manager.
Just a service operation head.
And he will be carrying guns, police.
I'm telling you.
So that means he even gets some irregular fund. Where does he get fund to even these police who are abetting his criminal act?
The one thing I just understand as when you are doing well, when you are making money for them, because they don't care how you make that money. Your office can even say, okay, you are doing good, because the office do not listen to the masses.
So that's target.
Consumers, yes, sir. They don't listen to the consumers, but they listen to their direct staff. It happens like that. But when you don't have any means to communicate with them, nothing goes beyond Fred. According to this district is concerned,
your age is advanced. So how did you face this challenge, and what happened really, and how are you facing it from Fred's boys, the Ikeja Electric, Abule Taylor? So first of all, your name, sir?
Balogun, the major part secretary of the CDA and ex-official too of the current executive. I've been the secretary for the CDA for over 8 years. If I will say I've not had it as bad as it with Fred on the issue of electricity supply to this community, I'm sort of forced to describe the situation. In any sane environment and society, the consumer is the chief. Where we have our rights, but at the end of our rights just starts. Nonetheless, in this community, there has not been ever, since I moved in, issue of any altercation between when it was CCN or PHCN or and this current. So much as we expect them to supply us with light, it is our responsibility to pay for their duties and whatever they supply to us. We've never had any confrontation with them. This so-called threat will come with armed men. You are come civil defense. Where he got them, we don't know. To terrorize members, peace-loving members of this community. With the elders, I'm sorry, with all modesty and honesty, I'm a retired director principal under the Lagos State government. With teaching people for morals, and that is what we've been imparted into the lives of our youth within this community. And that in a very great essence have been able to enhance the unity, the harmony, and the peace we enjoyed throughout the whole CDA. For him to come, turn the whole thing upside down is very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. So we want to be civic. The issue that happened, it was on the spur of the moment. The chairman reprimanded the young man. Yes, you have.
So the young people were right by asking for the identity of the man.
He was right. That look, who are you? Because on deadlines, shops, streets will close down. Because what do they call them? 1 million boys. People are never addressed. So all this prompted the young man to come and go. Who are you? It is civic on you. I'm so and so. This is my ID. I'm from so and so place, and this is about my duty. If he had done that, I'm sure we will not be in this situation. You don't arrogate to yourself the power you don't have. Yeah. The conduct of the consumers and you the suppliers is regulated by the law. So he has been turning like I said, the community, not only this environment, every other way. You see, this is a job you do, you will live. Live with a good record, and when I meet you on the street tomorrow, we'll be able to shake hands. Yes. That should be. So it's never funny. We don't want to take the laws into our hands. As a result, we wanted to report to the higher office and its superior officer at Pole, after which, if the light is not restored within 72 hours, we'll take the necessary steps. You see, apart from the fact that the lockdown is there, people store their fridges, freezers with food. Now the whole thing has gone bad.
You're unprepared, sir?
Yes, I'm unprepared.
So some people stock their fridge with
food items, and it is the perishable you put there. Yeah. Now that there is no light, the whole thing has gone bad. So moving from frying pan to fire. The money wasn't there. The little you had, using it to provide for your needs. The government is not forthcoming to help us in this palliative with their with money or anything.
The Fred is also putting headache and fire
on our heads. So it's very, very unfortunate.
No, what do you think President Buhari should do about, especially on the issue of prepaid meter? What do you think as a senior citizen? Because I'm happy when I see people like you who have run government, run associations, run the gamut of government. What do you think President Buhari should do, especially on the issue of prepaid? Because the Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, has even moved a motion last year that estimated billing is wrong. So, do you think this is the right time to talk about it?
Yes. You see, the government, they will make policies, very, very good rosary promises. But when it comes to the level of implementation, absolutely zero. This prepaid meter, you said initially is to be given out free. It wasn't there. Come out and pay, they are not available. So if the government is sincere, let a company or companies throw it open competition. Let them produce meters. You go to which of them you like and go and purchase.
Did you democratize it?
Yes, and this will reduce all this issue of say it must be Ikeja Electric that you are going to buy with, or that supply Ibadan this that, because so I think let the government do that. Democratize it. Let any company whatsoever produce this prepared meter. The option is left to you which of them you are going to buy from. I think this issue of this you pay, you don't have it, this that will be reduced to the barest minimum.
My name is Tayo. I happen to be the youth president to the CDA. Yeah, when it happened, I was called upon, and I came over to, even before I came over, everything was resolved. Even within 3 to 5 minutes, the whole thing was resolved. And unfortunately, on the third day, even immediately after then, they were just bringing the light off our horn. So the light was not stable.
Like 1 minute to 2 minutes.
1 minute to 2 minutes. The light was not stable. The third day, this issue happened on Monday, and on Wednesday, they came around with their tricks. They told us they were coming to fix something up.
On the 29th.
On the 29th of last month.
The incident of 27th.
27th. The third day, quite unfortunate, they came around to tell us they were coming to help us and fix some issues there. Then we allowed them. And we have the key to the transformer with the chairman here, and they came in. They did not even bother to open it. They came in with the ladder. They climbed up and removed it without.
They even jumped into the transformer.
They did not
even open it legally.
Yes, they brought out their ladder and climbed. They removed it. Then we're even appreciating them for coming to fix things up for us. So when the light came generally, we discover our locations, our community was not having light, and we called upon them to come and at least let them know what is happening. And that was when they told us that when they came around, they actually came to disconnect us. On what? They said as a respect to what happened on Monday. What happened? An issue that was not last for 5 minutes, that was resolved. Even the two parties, both their staff and our people here, apologized to each other, and we asked them to proceed on their assignment. Are you getting it now? Yes, now we've been on it since then. We've been going up and down. We've been to the police station. The DCO has spoken with him, pleaded on our behalf. He said no until the whole community had their bill paid before he could come up to fill that thing up.
So he intentionally removed that thing.
Intentionally.
The light that they want to.
To his office severally. He kept our elders outside for hours before he attended to them.
Neglected you.
Neglected, yes, everybody.
So customers are slaves.
Yeah, to him, customers are slaves. Okay. And Fred Ogbodolaniyi has been a very terrible person in the community. We heard about him from his previous stations. He has brought his evil ways to this community, and which we will not allow. And appeal is federal government should, because he said something. Yes, let me say this out. He said something when he said President Muhammad Buhari has said no one should disturb any, especially the power supply companies shouldn't disturb any community. He said Buhari is not feeding him and his family. And remember, we pay his company to pay his salary, so we are his boss. As far as I'm concerned, we are Fred boss. We can say, okay, rightly we pay our bills. Then he give us what we pay for. Now he has denied us from using light since last week, and we will not take this. Even after reconnecting this light, we plead to the federal government and every appropriate quarter to remove Fred from that office. Don't want him around there. Yes. We don't want Fred in that office any longer. Are you getting it now?
We have an investigation on him.
It's so annoying. We don't know the offense. This has pleaded. We have some prominent people around the CDA. Yes, around the CDA. They've called him to plead with him on our behalf.
Very arrogant.
Very arrogant.
Rejected them.
Rejected everyone, and he claimed he's on top of the world. And it's nothing. He's telling us nothing happened. I want to tell him something will happen. We want Fred out of that office, and we are appealing to the federal government to please help us remove Fred from that office. Fred Ogbodolaniyi, we don't want to see him there any longer.
They should just investigate.
Please, that does it. Then on the side of the prepaid, we don't know the stand of the federal government, because at once they said prepaid should be given out free of charge. and at the time they came out again to tell us we will be paying, and we will be paying. Even virtually every building has gotten theirs. Are you getting it now? Now on this case now, some houses have their prepaid, while some people have already paid. And what condition is it putting those people that are not even owing them? So Fred Odogbo has put his company Ikeja into problem in our community. We don't want to hear any other thing from them than to come and fix this thing up. And after fixing it up, we don't want to see him in office any longer. That I stand for now.
My name is John. Sincerely, sir, it is appalling for a single man, not an entity, to hold a whole community in ransom just because they are trying to protect the community by asking you to identify yourself as a NEPA official.
Talking about Tony in the market.
I'm talking about Tony. The incidents that happened last week, I will pick it up from there, and as well allays all my anger upon all other incidents that has been happening in the community before now. Now when they ask you identify yourself because of the insecurity that is going on in the community and the country as a whole, your own right is to identify. Once you identify yourself, they allow you to carry out your duty in the community, even though either legal or illegal. Since they know that you are a NEPA official, they will allow you. I'm even happy for this happening, because if this young man didn't challenge Tony, he will go ahead and collect illegal money from people in the community with the sense that he's a NEPA official. Now that one is aside, sir, I'm the one coordinating the bill in my compound. For God's sake, I do fight my neighbors that let's do the right thing accordingly, so that we will not have issue with the NEPA officials. Last year we fought battle left and right. I gathered 45,000 from my neighbors that let's go and pay out of our outstanding, which we did. But prior to that, I discovered that when they were giving us paper bill, I discovered that whenever we pay 20,000 naira, they credit 8,000 naira or 12,000 naira.
That's not true. Are you sure?
I'm sure. I have the witness. I went to the office to complain to them. Now when I discover all these discrepancies, then I said no, it is not done. I packed the whole bill. I went to the office. I met Tony. I told him that, sir, please, could you explain this to me? Whenever we paid 20,000 or 16,000, we ended up being credited with 8,000 naira. How can I explain this to my neighbors? Then he told me that he has no business to explain anything to me, that I should go and meet the agents that we do pay to. I said, sir, but you people are working hand in hand with the agents. Am I the one who appoint the agent that we should pay to? He walked me out of his office.
That same Tony.
That same Tony, that I should leave his office or else he will beat me. I said, you can't do anything to me. So now, after introducing the electronic bills as well, in January, the last bill that they sent to me was February, which was January bill. Now from all those accounts, the money that we've been paying right from December, the 30,000 that we paid from the outstanding, whenever they give us 9,000 naira, we pay above the current charges, which was the parlay that we had together. That this is how we are going to go about paying our outstanding till we lay it off finally. Then I told them the bill from 180, apart from the 35,000 naira I paid and subsequent payment, the bill still stood at 157,000 naira from 180.
Are you sure?
Yes, I have. Where's my phone? Let me show you the evidence. The last bill that was sent to me for you to know.
So does that mean they are electronically selling?
This is it. February, they sent January bill twice. Just scroll up. That was what I got for this year, and despite that, we've been paying our bills regularly. Despite that,
I mean, there's criminal action in the online transaction.
Yes, even though the paper billing before now, there was a criminal act in it, because I decided that whenever we gather 20,000 naira, I will not pay all. I rather pay 8,000 or 10,000 naira out of it, because they've not been crediting us according to the payment
appropriately.
Yes, to the payment. And now, sir, before that, all this rationing of power supply in the community, before Fred was posted to our community, Sam, I can boast of it. Where I work, we have light for 5 days interruptedly, because it's a business environment.
Uninterrupted.
Yes. When Fred came in, he started giving a residential house building 85,000 naira per month. I'm a witness. 85,000 naira per month, a resident. And according to the law, you said any house that has 2 shops is a commercial, but the house without a shop, you are giving them 85,000 naira per month. And after fighting for that, he disconnected us for 3 months.
Because you asked him questions.
Yes, questions.
You challenged him.
Yes, for 3 months. Now what he's doing for us is giving us 5 hours light per day, power supply per day, and yet we are still paying 30,000 naira, 35,000 naira in a month.
How many bedroom flats?
No, a bungalow. Yes.
No, that's not true.
I face you.
Bungalow, okay.
Yes,
35,000.
35,000 naira and above.
Oh, Abule Taylor undertaking.
Fred undertaking. I'm telling you the truth. Sir, a single man holding a whole community into ransom, not an entity. I'm sure that thing is not coming from IKD top office. It's coming from Fred himself, from his office. So please and please help us take this to the right authorities. Please and please. And a man that does not have a listening ear should not be appointed as a leader. Fred doesn't have a listening ears, sir. If your customer comes to you to lay a complaint, you should take it up and correct that complaint. Fred is a total failure. Please, we want him out of the office.
What I'll just say about this, it's injustice. Because if you are going to follow it legally, people are not going out, stay indoors, no work, no money coming in, and we are trying to exhaust the money we have in out. But for you guys to just come in, they asked, show us your identity, and that you can provide. So they were like, okay, let's see your means of identification, because due to what
is toning the market,
the toning, yes, due to what's happening in the society, in the community, even in, I can say, not only in Lagos State, this case of 1 million boys, people are coming outside for security purposes. Okay, even without the power supply, if there is power supply, we'll be able to see clearly. So
for security reasons,
for almost a week now, we've been in darkness, and in so many cases, I've been in contact with this Tony and all of their guys. Okay, at times we will pay, the payment will not reflect. According to what my brother said, the payment is not reflecting. In a case whereby we collect like 25,000 naira, when we pay the 25,000 naira, it's by force we see 12,000 naira that will be remitted, and the money will just be piling. It will be piling up. It will be piling up. Of which I've gone to their office as I am. I've gone to their office to meet this same Tony. How are we going to do? We are paying and this thing is not reflecting. He will tell me it doesn't have any business to do with that. Let's go and meet our agent. I'll go from, as I am, I'll go from one man to another man. They'll just be, so with annoyance.
They'll be tossing you around.
Yes, with annoyance, I'll have to leave there and come home. I will now tell my neighbors, please, this is what I've seen from these people. So, and you know, at times I'll be aggravated.
And nobody to even report to.
Nobody to report to. So now I think with this level where this thing is, we are pleading, and if it can reach where it should reach, let them remove this man called Fred, and let's have another, maybe his marketer or so ever. So to me, this thing is injustice, and injustice to one is injustice to all.
You think that undertaking of it should be properly investigated by the government?
Properly investigated, because we paying the money and it's not reflecting. When we pay 25,000 naira, we see 12,000 naira shown. Where is the 13,000 going to? And it's not affecting on our bill, because I also received the NEPA bill, because you know they sent it on phone. I received it. So the one we pay, so they will bring like 10,000 naira we pay 15,000-20,000. So when they are going to send the next bill, the bill will still let her go up again, which is not supposed to
aggravate again.
It will aggravate again. It's piling up, and it's letting, as in, it's making.
How many hours are they giving you, sir?
Sir, the light is. I can't say 8 hours out of 24 hours. We are not having light for 8 hours. You can ask them. I'm not sure the light is up to 8 hours.
And the bills are outrageous.
We have to stay at home, no going out, stay safe, stay this, stay that. We've piled food in our fridge, according to what the chairman said. There's no lights now. Everything has got spoiled. And federal government, we are on our own. Each and everybody is just striving, as in we are striving to sustain ourselves. So now we are in darkness for a week. So what they said is that the youth that challenge them is not supposed to challenge them. If you are on your right, show me your ID card. As I am, if you tell me to show me your ID card, I'll ask you, who are you?
And the ID card was even with him.
Even if, yes, he has the ID card on him, and he was not able to show it. And you came, you did not come with the NEPA motto. Yes, you borrowed it.
Or you hired or you
illegal work. So all the money you've collected and you've realized, which account is that going to? So we are trying, as in, we are begging them to do this thing and let it reach where it's supposed to reach, so as we have our lights. And according to what they said within 72 hours, in which if it's not done, the necessary step will be
you are a woman. Let's hear your own view. President Buhari.
As a woman, although according to what he said, he once said it that NEPA supply, that's the power holding supply, should not cease for this lockdown. But I think these people are doing those things they are doing on their own. They are trying to realize the money on their own pockets, of which, as a president, I can't say and I can't declare what he is to do for him. So I think he himself knows what he should do, and I think it should stay.
Fred must go! Fred must go! Fred must go! Fred must go!
Yeah.
Fred must go! Fred must go! Fred must go! Fred must go! Fred must go!
Yes, as you can see what they are saying at the background, the situation is tense now, and it has to be with Ikeja Electric distribution company. This is the kind of pressure we are facing. Everybody say Fred must go. The Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go.
Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go.
Yeah.
Fred must go.
Yeah. Yeah.
From Abule Taylor, undertaking, he must go. We don't want him there. We don't want him to go.
Fred Olani must go. He must go. It's honorable.
Abule Taylor, Fred Abule Taylor, you must go. We don't want to.
Fred Inoba must go. Fred Inoba must go.
Fred Obodo disrespecting our elders in the community because of his selfish interest, because of his target or whatever he's doing. He can't put all the community in darkness. Abule Taylor.
It's rubbish. Not making money for the must go. He must go. He must go. Don't want him any longer. He was sent to the UK last year for making money for Ikeja Electric company.
The idea, if they come to fix the light back, they might not give us light, but Fred must go.
Fred must go. We don't want.
Fred is suffering the life of his children in the house, life of pregnant women.
We don't want him again.
Fred alone has spoiled a lot of.
Fred is always embarrassing us with armed men, always.
Police.
But not they are the civil defense. They always go with Fred with their arms to embarrass us in our community. And Fred is one of the insiders for the armed robbers. Because when there is no light, can you just that's what he's doing. With my experience in Lagos, people like Fred, they are agbodegba ole làwọn máa ń pè wọ́n.
Ìdára ọlọ́ṣà.
Èmi sọ ntí Fred jẹ́ nìyẹn o.
And if he feels the light, make you not give us light again. So we don't care. But yeah. So all we need now, we not. Yes, we not need him again, because look at now, we are locking everywhere, and now we don't have light, and the other people that are having light now every day by day. So if you give us light, or anytime maybe connected the light, if you like, maybe don't give us light again. But Fred must go.
Yes.
That's what so much.
Yes. Fred has turned himself into a to a demigod in this area. What we are now saying to authorities is that they should find way and remove Fred from this area. We can't be worshiping one person. Thank you.
Chairman, what we are saying is we don't want that kind of leader. The type of leader we want in this kind of neighborhood is a problem solver, not somebody who will come and create problem in the community. Look at this situation now, the lockdown situation. Everybody's crying of, the Awawa boys. This is an avenue for these people to invade when there's no electricity. So we are crying to the government to please review this guy. He's not competent enough to be in that position. I'm saying it because after a review of this guy activity, in that position, we have found out that this guy have been doing this in so many areas, terrorizing people, oppressing people
with outrageous bills.
And
bad manners.
Thank you. So we need leaders who will come and improve, the situation of the people and not to create problem in their life. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and God bless you. And it will happen.
In addition as well, he introduced something called disconnection order. Whenever a house is being disconnected, you have to pay 3,000 naira before reconnecting that light back. And now we are not even sure maybe that disconnection order is going to the appropriate account or not. And aside from that, after paying that disconnection order, NEPA official will not still come to reconnect that light. You still have to call electrician outside to reconnect that power for you. So please take that into note as well.
Well, it has been a very wonderful day at Lerato in Ojoko area of Lagos, and they have been able to vent out their frustrations, vituperations, anger against the bad services and illicit activities of Ikeja Electric boys at Abule Taylor undertaking office under the management of one Mr. Fred, who is alleged to have been terrorizing with outrageous bills, very disrespectful to senior citizens of the country, and is always going against the rules and regulation of the National Electric Regulation Commission. And I think this is a very good one. We want to discuss to continue all across the globe. Drop your comments at the comment box and share the video. Let it get to the proper channel, and all the anti-corruption agency in Nigeria should take note. Thank you. Till next time we come with another program. Goodbye.